So I was thinking about 1:35 a.m. and I think I realized what Scott was trying to tell us with this specific story. This video isn't a summary of 1:35 a.m., but basically the lore importances that I found in the story. Now, on the story, there aren't many connections or takeaways except the behavior of the Ella animatronic. In the story, Ella was a Fazbear Entertainment multitasking animatronic, but now is only able to act as an alarm clock, though she has a throwaway protocol, as in tormenting the user till they fall into madness. While that doesn't immediately raise any red flags, there are some connections between Ella and a certain mysterious character that is still pretty debatable to this day, the FNaF 4 Fredbear plush. Now hear me out. It's the details about Ella and what she does that really link to the Fredbear plush. First of all, Ella is able to kind of track Delilah everywhere she goes. This could be similar to how the Fredbear plush seems to track the crime child no matter where he goes. This also goes with the idea of a psychic connection between the user and the animatronic. It isn't specifically a psychic connection, but likely a connection through something called the 0-point field. The 0-point field was something first touched upon in Fetch and expanded in the 1:35 a.m. Stitch Wraith story. This field allows for psychic connection between two different entities, and that's how Fetch is able to read Greg's mind in some instances. Could it be that when thrown away, Ella forms a connection with the person who threw her away, such as Delilah? Is it possible that the Fredbear plush has a connection through the 0-point field with the crying child? It would explain how the Fredbear plush somewhat knows what the crying child is thinking during the minigames we see. The next connection is something that I like to call audio designation. As an example, at 1:35 a.m. every night, Delilah hears an alarm go off, though nobody around her hears it. One problem a lot of people bring up about the Fredbear plush being a walkie-talkie camera is that nobody notices when it talks to the crying child, such as the Foxy brother being in the room, but not noticing it talking to him. Though this could be explained, the Fredbear plush is able to speak to the crying child directly in his mind through the 0-point field without anybody else hearing. To be honest, these new Fazbear Frights books have really made the series more scientific in its explanations with the 0-point field and Fazbear Entertainment's extreme advancements in technology. So, with all this evidence, I do think that Scott was suggesting the Fredbear plush camera theory with this story. Now, you might be saying that this story is separate from the main FNaF timeline and thus not connected, but it's actually likely that this story is canon. In an attempt to stop the torment, Delilah looks up Ella doll on the internet and finds an ad posted by a man named Phineas looking for one. Now, that might sound random, but it actually makes a lot of sense if you read the third Stitch Wraith story. Phineas is researching haunted objects, and it would make sense that he would want the Ella doll, knowing that most, if not all, Fazbear Frights items were haunted in some sort. So, through a string of connectivity, 1:35 a.m. is connected to the Stitch Wraith, which is in turn likely a major part to the FNaF timeline. Now, this is just a side note, but while most of the other books and stories aren't in the main canon, they set up a range of technology and possibilities that can be applied and should be applied to the main timeline. That's all I've got for now, and I would like to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments. I will not be making a video on 1:35 a.m. because I feel that I've covered everything important about the story here. So thank you for watching.